You cannot find your way if you don't lose your way. You cannot find yourself if you were not lost, if you've never been lost. If you're feeling lost, it is more than, in fact, that is the best thing that you can ever feel, especially if you're young. Oh my God, grab it. Because that's literally how the whole process is. That's literally the storyline. You see how, like, people who, before they finally discover themselves, they're like, oh my God, I was in this dark phase. I like, my back was against the wall. I was rock bottom. It's the same storyline, my dear sisters. So when you're feeling like that and you're feeling anxious, why? Feel excited. Feel like, when I say excited, you'll be like a child. Go and explore. Go and discover. Like, oh my God, I'm lost. Like, I used to tell myself, I'm actually a Dora Explorer, because that's literally what I'm here to do, to explore. Like, I'm here to find and discover myself. And how do I do that? By not following the norms, by not saying, oh, because it is expected of me to go to school, I'm just going to go to school. Because it's expected of me to marry by this age, I'm going to marry by this age. Because it is expected, I beg you, what are you expecting yourself to do? You don't even know. Because you are following the rule book of another person's ancestors that are not even alive. It's giving people pleasing to people that are dead. Like, that's what they call it. Traditions is literally people pleasing ancestors, dead people. Yes, it is cultural, it is nice to do what your father did, but that's fine. It worked for them. Does that mean it's going to work for you? You have to find that out. You have to discover that. And obviously, if indeed you want to marry young, or you want to get your education, if that is what your path is, do it, my darling. But don't do it just because, oh, it is expected of me. What a wasted life if you live like that. If you're already feeling like you're very on that line, please drag yourself back. I say, sister, let's sit down and reevaluate this thing. Well, what are we doing? Add 1 + 1. So that's what I'm saying. If you've never felt lost in any way, I think that's actually that should be concerning. Why have you not felt lost? So you've not actually been challenged in your life to a point where you have to sit down and be like, bro, what the hell am I here for? Why am I here? Nothing in this life that you've lived has made you sit down and just say, let me ask myself certain questions. Why am I here? What am I here to do? You really think it's giving a matrix? You go to school, it's like lying. You go to school, finish school, you go and work for another person for 95 years, and then you die. By breaking out of the matrix, the first step is to actually feeling lost, because again, finding yourself is so uniquely tailored to you. It has not been designed by someone else. Of course, that's why you're going to feel lost, because you're literally the first person entering into your realm, entering into the realm that only was designed specifically for you. Of course you're going to feel lost. Duh. Of course you're going to feel lost. Of course it is an amazing sign that you are actually stepping out of something that does not serve you. If you don't feel lost, you are, again, that's a sign that you are following the matrix. You are being controlled by the government, by the society, by whatever you want to call it. If you're not feeling lost, there is a problem. Maybe you can't think for yourself. You've not been in a position where you've actually allowed yourself, you've been given a permission to think for yourself and actually to solve your own problems. But if that's the case for you, start learning how to solve that problem now, from today. From something so little, like maybe picking what food to eat. Start from there. You don't know how to make decisions? Start from there and be like, okay, I don't really know what I want to eat. Start from there. Don't let people decide what you want to eat. Don't let people decide what you're going to wear to one event. I get it as girls. We're like, oh, we'll call our girls, oh girl, like, what do you think I should wear? Should I wear this or that? Start learning how to make decisions for yourself. Start learning how to make decisions for yourself, especially as women. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear it. I get it, we're girls, we have to ask people. It's amazing, it's fantastic. Even if you want to ask your girl, at least have one that you're really drawn to, and don't allow that to be swayed. Like, don't ask for permission from other people on how to live your life. Don't. Okay? Be a rebel. If that's what the word is. The people who were rebellious are the ones that we know their names today. The people who actually stepped out of the line of the ships and decided to create their own paths, those are the people we know of today. Those are the people we talk about even after they are dead. You want to follow line. I don't know what people will say. Oh, you will not die. Nobody will remember you. Nobody will remember you. What kind of life is that? Dr. Miles Monroe literally said that the richest place in the world, yes, the richest place in the world is in the cemetery. Those are where dreams that were designed for every single person on this earth went to waste because they were not tapped into. And why do you think, what is the source of that happening to a lot of us? Why is that so common, where we don't tap into 10% of what we were blessed with or given? It's because of the fear of what people will say, not knowing how to rebel or stand aside and stand apart and find yourself, just not knowing how to take risk, because we were designed and structured in a society where risk is bad. No, being comfortable is good. No, sometimes you have to be uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to just break it to you. Sometimes you have to be lost. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to cry. Sometimes you probably have to feel like you're a black sheep. All those signs that has been labeled as negative, those are the signs that you need to see and be like, wow, okay, I'm actually on the right path. Like, those are the signs that should comfort you. Yeah. Do you feel comfortable where you're at? Do you feel comfortable? Okay, you're making, if it's a yes and you nodded, it means you're making a mistake. You should not feel comfortable. I'm so sorry. You're not dreaming big enough. Why do you think that people are saying, oh, like, if you don't dream, if your dream does not scare you, it's not big enough? It is from that fear. Are you hearing me? It is from that fear that is the sign that's the part you're supposed to take. If a dream and you're thinking about it and it makes your heart skip a bit, and it's like you actually your heart literally skips just by the thought of it, that's where you should go. You're looking for a sign. There's no sign on the internet, auntie. I'm so sorry. Even you won't get the sign from me. You will only get it by yourself. It's only you that will feel it. I'm telling you the truth. Write down all the things that you actually like enjoy doing, or even enjoy thinking about. Like, you just think about it at least 2 times a day. It just comes to your mind at least 2 times a day. And how do you feel when it comes to your mind? Does your heart skip a bit? Do you actually like feel a bit of like anxious or like excited? Like, it's the same thing. Anxiousness and being excited is kind of the same feeling. Your heart still skips. So if you feel that way, and maybe that's literally exactly what you need, that's all the sign you need. You don't even have to be overly spiritual and be like, oh Lord, give me a sign. Your body itself will tell you, because your body is literally like, it is covered. Your body is covering your soul. So whether or not you believe in God, you believe in spirituality, you have a soul. I'm so sorry to break it to you. I'm so sorry. Atheists, I'm sorry to break it to you. We're not just here for play. We're not just here for structure. This body is literally covering the soul. We are souls. We're spirit beings. Like, the human body is the most fleeting thing. The most long-lasting thing is our souls. So how else are you going to get your answer? You really think it's outside? It's not from outside, my dear. It's from inside. It's your soul that will tell you. Yeah. And like I just gave you an example, how can you hear your soul again? You will hear, you will feel it, you it's the thoughts. You hear the thoughts, and when you hear the thoughts, your heart skips a bit. That's one of the most common signs. That's for people who are not spiritual. When people are spiritual, we can go to that later, but I'm literally speaking for everybody on a plain level. That is one of the signs. Like, or maybe you see someone doing what you always wanted to do and it's always in your mind, and your heart skips a bit, like, that could have been me. That means that's you, my dear sister. It's not it could have been you, that is you. If you see someone like Serena Williams playing like tennis, and you're always, when you're watching tennis, you know, you can literally imagine yourself doing the thing. Maybe maybe you are a tennis player. You see someone like Tiwa Savage doing her thing, you know, like artists just doing their thing, and you look at them, especially maybe one, you have a liking to one particular person because maybe she relates to you or she has something in common with you, and you're like, your heart skips a bit, girl. That is the loudest sign you can ever get. I'm sorry, it's so fleeting. So if you're not paying attention, you miss it. But that is literally the sign. That's literally the sign. And if you're more spiritual and you, like you said, you've prayed to God, oh God, send me a sign. God actually told you in the dream, and you're asking him again, send me another sign. Well, I'm guilty of that. I'm not going to lie, because again, we're humans at the end of the day. But I am speaking to us now collectively. If you have actually been bold enough to say, God, send me a sign, and he actually sent you the sign, and you're asking 3 questions, oh, send me again. You want to use God to play. So the one he sent you before, he was joking. You're like, just kidding. My dear, my sister, get up. Rise up. Alight. And let your light shine. Hallelujah, somebody. So, yeah, basically the whole point of this whole conversation is that feeling lost is actually is literally the best thing you can ever feel, especially when you're young. A lot of people are now in a crisis of like purpose crisis, right? They don't know what they're doing, they don't know what to do with themselves, why they're here. And I think that's a great start. When you start to question life in such a deep way like that, like, why am I here? Oh my God, first of all, well done. Like, I'm so proud of you that you actually decided to sit down and be like, wow, why am I actually here? That is how you discover yourself. It's like a math equation. They'll give you a math, like 2 times x equals y. Find y. That's literally where you are at now. Now you found the equation. The equation is right in front of you, and that's you asking yourself, why? Find why. So now your equation is to find why. Thank you very much, somebody. Hallelujah. Find why. Find your why. And how you find it, I just told you. Look within. The answer is not in the internet. The answer is not from what you're hearing me saying now. The answer is not going to come from me, not from any motivational speaker, not from nobody. I'm telling you, cancel it now. If you are in that constant pursuit every single day, looking for the why outside, you are looking for it in the wrong place. First of all, this earth that we are in is probably like maybe up to 10% of life, okay, of like the actual essence of life in the grand scheme of things. We have the universe, the multiverse, like, and that's what we know with our naked eyes, right? What about the ones we don't know, we've never seen or imagined? So you really think this small very thing that you are looking for, you want to come and find it? Don't let me beat you. When inside of you there is this vast, limitless amount of opportunities, an endless well of greatness, you don't want to tap into that. You want to come to this limited earth that we are in, where everything has limit. There's gravity. Anything you drop on the air will fall. Limited world that you want to come and find your gift. Don't let me. Be careful. We have to be using this, and we have to be using this. We cannot operate only and solely on the physical. This is just this. It's the scratch, the tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg, right there. You want to find yourself, you want to find your gift, it's here. If, like I said, if you're thinking about something, maybe at least this one particular thing that you think about at least 2 to 3 times a day, or even once a day, very often basically, and when you think about it, your heart is skipping, and it's something that you've actually always wanted to do, that could be it. You don't even need the whole spiritual woo-woo or go to fast 60 days and 60 nights, which is also, I'm not condemning that, but I'm saying, like, you don't have to be the most spiritual person to know. I'm sorry, like, there's no formula. The only way to find yourself and find what you really are, start from looking within. Start from there. Then you can start from there. Then slowly you will actually then find like solutions and answers. As you're going it within, once you find one, you find X, you now say, okay, now that I find X, this is how I can find Y. Then it's the step that you are taking as you're going. You find you're solving the problem as you're going. You're solving the problem as you're going. It is not the mistake that we all have. I will include myself. Is that we're waiting for the answer, the solution, finding the equation to be solved on our behalf, and the answer to be given to us. Yeah, this is your answer. Now go and use the answer. What a boring life. What a very boring life. I'm sorry. Imagine you are expecting somebody or something to happen magically, like mysteriously, everything to just be perfect for when you now decide to now say, this is my purpose. That's not how it works, my sister. It is your purpose is in the process. Your purpose is in the process. Your purpose is not a destination. It is not, I found it. Aha. It is the journey. It is the process. You cannot, in fact, there's a lot of misconceptions, deceits, propagandas that has been sold to us hook, line and sinker, and we're just chopping it. We need to start breaking them right now. We need to start breaking them, because God forbid we will now end up in the grave with all the gifts and the talent that your Father, the source, has given you to come to this world, to add onto this world. God forbid. God forbid. You will look within yourself. Look for what keeps your heart. Start going in there while you're lost. Be excited in being lost. Don't be anxious. Oh my God, I'm lost. Be excited. This is the beginning of an amazing, beautiful, great story. That's how it starts. Make sure you take that step. As you're feeling lost, don't stand still and be like, oh, somebody should come and rescue me. No, you will find your way out of that maze. That is life. That is the life. Once you start feeling lost, that's when your life started. That is the day your life started. The day you start feeling lost.